Hey YouTube, I'm about to lose my mind with excitement because not only is it snowing outside today, there is a blizzard going on in my back garden and you guys all know how much I love snow. But on top of that, postman has just been and he's just delivered a brand new Trak Racer TR160 sim rig. Now this is Trak Racer's top of the range sim rig. I don't know what to do. Play in the snow, build the sim rig, play in the... Come on, let's build the sim rig. Okay, so I'm a few hours in now and I just want to take you guys on a bit of a journey into the construction site that is currently my sim room. I just want to give you some first impressions of this kit because I'll be honest, I'm like so impressed. When you get it all out of the box, everything has been packaged, all the presentation, everything is so meticulously done. It just feels so high quality. Okay, so I used to build model airplanes and cars and things when I was younger. And for anyone who's done that, when you open the box on a model kit and you get all the parts out and lay them on the table and you see how everything fits together, it's just quite an exciting process, and I've been reliving a bit of my childhood going through that same process with the kit here. I love making things anyway, I love building things, and I worked in engineering in a family business for nearly 10 years actually, selling used CNC metal cutting machinery. Percy Martin, 100 years old this year as well, big shout out to them. Through that job I learned how things are made and manufactured, and I find that really fascinating. You know, I'm a big geek when it comes to how things are made. I'd like to think that I have a good appreciation of what's gone into this, and I just want to show you this in particular, but you could just make this whole structure out of box section, bolt it all together, and it would do the job and it wouldn't really be the end of the world. Just check out the quality of this. It's laser cut, like the edge is clean as a whistle, threaded ends, anodized, and just the whole thing feels so quality and solid. It's going to be so rigid. I reckon I've probably driven cars that aren't as rigid as this sim rig. I'm gonna crack on anyway. I've got the main kind of frame done. Yeah, come back in a few hours. Just as I was running out of parts, 2 more boxes just arrived in another delivery. Perfect timing. I built the monitor stand. Really easy to do actually, much quicker than the rest of the rig. I did this at this stage because I thought it's best that I set the height of the monitor to my eye level. What I can then do is set the height of the wheel and then the pedals from that, but really this wants to be at the right level, otherwise I don't want to be looking up and I don't want to be looking down. The way that this is mounted in the instructions, you have these clamps on the side, and it means that you have to have a lot of this piece sticking forwards. I found that I'm having to have the wheel too far forwards, which means for one then I have the seat far back and it's in quite a small room and I want the seat further forwards. It meant that I had to have my button box, which sits here, too far back from the wheel. So I like to have it so the button box and the wheel are almost flush with one another. And so the brackets that were on the side here, I've actually mounted underneath here, so that then I can slide the wheel mount onto here and get the wheel further back. It's quite clever really, because it's kind of like Meccano, so you can just sort of play around with stuff and get it to work for you. And yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. Okay folks, the Trak Racer rig is now finished. Man, it took me a few days to do it, I'll be honest. If you're bolting this all together for the first time, it does take quite a bit of time because putting it all together isn't the hardest thing in the world, but when you're trying to get everything positioned in the way that you want it exactly for you, that does take a little bit of fiddling about, but believe me, the results are worth it because just, oh my god, just look at how cool it looks for one. I've never imagined that I would have my own sim rig that looks this badass. Okay, first things first, this thing is super rigid. It does not move. It is absolutely flex free, and when you start using kit that has got really good force feedback and a big load cell on your pedals, you really want something that doesn't flex. Just the amount of customization you can do on this rig. One thing I want to show you is that I got a mouse stand for it. The mouse stand says you should put it here in the manual, which is fine, but because of the way I've got it positioned in the room, it would mean that coming in and out of here, it's just slightly in the way. So the awesome thing about this rig is because of the way it's all constructed, you can bolt anything anywhere. So I've actually put the mouse stand just here on the side of the column, which means that it fits beautifully just under the keyboard, which is perfect for me to use and it's just not in the way. So you can customize this whole rig any way you want it. That is something I love because I'm quite geeky about having things exactly how I like them. So I've got the handbrake just on the other side here, so my handbrake's going to be on the left. I've got my wheel exactly where I want it. I've got my button box. The way that Trak Racer builds the rig and the whole way it fits together is with these little, they're basically like T-nuts. So you can imagine that these slot into the grooves anywhere along the whole kind of structure. So you can bolt anything you like, anywhere you want on this rig. It means it's so versatile and flexible, and you can just design the custom rig setup exactly how you want it. Another thing I really like is this keyboard stand. So this is on a hinge. It means that when you're driving, all the ergonomics are perfect. Everything is in the right place. I like the way you can just hang your headset on here. That's really handy too. Okay, another thing that I really love, this makes me happy because I'm a Virgo and I'm a bit OCD. You can really easily hide all the wires on this install because of all the channels and things, and you have these little plastic fittings that clip into the channels, so you can just tie all the wires up and hide them. To me, when you've got something that looks this good, it really lets it down if you've just got wires hanging all over the place. So to wrap up this video, obviously I absolutely love this rig. It's super cool. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone at Trak Racer for inviting me to showcase the TR160. I also want to tell you guys that if you're interested in any products from Trak Racer, you can get a 5% discount just by using the code GoCharlie, which is mega. This isn't the only rig they do lots of different ones and accessories and all kinds of jazz. So go check it out, guys. There's a link in the description. Stay safe, guys, and see you soon. Lots of love. Bye.